Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If it's your very first time being here, my name is Madonna. I am a Guyanese beauty content creator. So in today's tutorial, I'm doing a very bronzy makeup look today, so make sure that you do keep on watching and hit that subscribe button if you haven't joined us yet. So I'm going to start to prep my eyelid for my eyeshadows. Yeah. And I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in the shade Rich Peach, medium peach. And to blend this out with a brush, then set in my concealer with some loose finishing powder from Maybelline. For the eyeshadow palette today, I'm using Morphe and James Charles palette. It's huge, so I'm using this palette. I'm starting by applying this brown shade into my crease and also like to the outer part of my eyelid. So I'm going to apply this here first, and then I'm going to go in and start to blend after. When that is done, I'm just going to go in and blend out the edges of this here using the tip part of the brush. Just going to blend in a circular motion, and I'm not trying to take this color or this shade up into my brows. I'm trying my best to keep it in the crease of my eyes. So this is where I'm at right now on my eyes. It's cute, and I love working with brown eyeshadows. That's just something that I like to do. Okay, so I'm going to dip into this shade here to apply just at the edge of that first shade which I've applied, just on the edge of that, and then blend in circular motion as well. And I'm also trying to keep this color like right here because I don't want it to go too much into my brows. I still want like the part of my brows to be highlighted. I'm gonna take this small blending brush and dip into this shade here. This shade here, not the black shade, this one here. And just going to apply this into my crease just to give my crease a bit more of definition and give my crease, you know, some depth. Not too much though, and I'm going to blend it out. So for the shimmers, I'm going to use these two shades here to apply on my eyelid. First I'm going to apply this one here, and then I'm going to apply this one here after. It's giving bronze. And I decided not to do any cut crease because I don't feel like to do any cut crease today. I doesn't feel like doing any cut crease. I'm just going to apply. And I'm stopping like where my crease at. I'm not going over my crease. Okay. And I'm using the same brush to apply the second shade into the inner part of my eyes. I just do hope that it shows up on camera. Okay, so I also went ahead and applied some of this shade here, some of this shimmer, like right into my inner corner, just to give my eyes a little pop, because the second shimmer shade, it wasn't giving me what I wanted, so I just went and applied some of that. Definitely gonna pop on some eyeliner. Okay, definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna stay quiet for this here. For my foundation, I'm using the Milani 2-in-1 foundation, and this is in the shade 13 Chestnut. I'm just going to apply all over my face. I'm out of it. As you guys could see, I barely have. Gotta restock up on this. I really do love this foundation. I also have like foundation sticks and so on, but like I'm not so much into foundation sticks. I prefer to use like liquid foundation. I also have the what is that one?
This one?
The Maybelline one, but I just want to make sure that this one is finished before I start to use that one. So I'm just going to blend my foundation out, and I'm using it in a tapping, and I'm doing that in a tapping motion, not swiping. You tap. For my concealer, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer, and I'm using 2 different shades. To blend out my concealer, I'm using the damp sponge from Real Technique, and I'm just going to blend. It's a very damp sponge. I'm just going to blend and not like pressing the sponge onto my skin. I'm just passing it over. So I'm just passing it over in a tapping motion as well. When you're blending, it's like you don't want to move the product, but you just want to blend the product out. So it's best for you to like tap and move the sponge. To bronze or contour my face, I'm using this foundation stick in the shade Casino, and this is from Juvia's Place, and I love this. I love this foundation stick. And for my contour, I prefer to do like a warm contour products that is much more warmer to my skin tone, like this one here. I don't want my contour or my bronzer to be too harsh, you know. Give me that soft and natural type of look. To set my highlighted areas, I'm using this loose finishing powder from Maybelline, and I'm using also a powder puff to set my face so that on a powder puff work really well. To set my contour, I'm using the True Complexion Contour Palette by Black Radiance. I also love this palette. I do love how it just works best for my skin tone. This is in the shade, I believe it's medium to dark, so that's in shade. And I'm also going to take a small amount of this powder and set my nose contour as well. And when I'm doing this step, I love to take the brush up into the beginning of my brow just to connect my eyeshadows look with my contour. And I'm also going to take some of that loose finishing powder and do like a reverse kind of contour on my cheek here. For my blush, I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Blush Palette Volume 1, and I'm going to take this shade which is called Neo, and I'm just going to apply that onto my cheek. For the bottom of my eyes, I'm just applying the first 2 eyeshadow shades that I've used on my lid, the deeper brown and the lighter shade of brown, and just going to blend these 2 in at the bottom of my eyelid, just to give my eyelid, not eyelid, but the bottom of my eyes, just to give my eyes a little pop there. And I'm also going to take some of this highlighter from Juvia's Place and pop that into the inner corner of my eyes, and it just, you know, open up my eyes just a bit more. And I love the glow it is giving to the inner part of my eye. It just kind of like brighten up things a bit more, and I love how that was looking. Starting on my lips, I'm using the LA Girl lip liner, and this is in the shade dark brown. I'm going to line the bottom and also the top of my lips here using this lip liner, and head into my lip gloss. I'm using this lip gloss from Juvia's Place, and this is in the shade Island Mommy. It's a very kind of like a coral shade, and I love how this is looking. I love the lip liner blends just right in with my lip gloss, so I'm loving that. And this is the completed look, guys. I love how my eyes are looking. It's giving very much bronze, you know, it's giving natural as well. I love how this is looking, so make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button before you leave, like my video, and also leave your feedback in the comment section.